Hi guys, what's going on in this cave star? There's so many mounts on World of Warcraft, the list goes on and on and on, and you guessed it, on. Most are obtainable, however some have now been retired and only those who originally got them have access to them. This website, Warcraft Mounts, reckons there's a total of 703. If you're new to World of Warcraft you might not know about these, and you can add these to the collection, they are very easy to get. After all, the title of this video is Top 5 Easiest to Obtain Mounts on World of Warcraft. So starting off at number 5, we of course have the Profession/Auction House mounts. Some of these are from rare drops from bosses, or some of these have been crafted with professions. The Coalfist Gronin is currently the cheapest mount on the auction house. I mean, it's not the nicest to look at. If you're like me on the poverty line in World of Warcraft, then it's a nice one to add to your collection. If you're the Elon Musk or Bill Gates of Warcraft, then you get the Reigns of the Crimson Death Charger, or maybe even the brand new one, the Corrupted Dune Scavenger. Someone on my realm has price locked the Sky Golems, if you'll notice. That's of course from engineering. You got Mecha Module, Woolly White Rhino, the Golden Mane, that's a nice new one from Storm Song Valley. Probably the cheapest to make ones are the Flying Carpet mounts from tailoring. There are of course many others. So you got the Sandstone Drake from Alchemy, got all these engineering ones, you've also got fishing, you've got jewel crafting ones, so there's a lot to collect from professions. As they mostly just cost gold, that's why they're number 5 on the list. Now on to number 4. Number 4 is actually probably one of the most useful mounts on the game. It's called the Heirloom mount. So you got to collect 35 heirlooms and then you get it for free. There's loads of heirloom vendors and they all take different currencies. There's a new one next to where you get the Warfront quests from. These you get with the new service medals. Then of course in your capital city you've got your guild vendor, and there's plenty more you can get from there. These ones are obtainable via gold, but of course if you've got no friends and no guild you can't get these ones. If you're lonesome and on your ones, you can just go to your main heirloom vendor and there's tons you can get from there. You don't have to upgrade any of them to get the achievement and to get your mount. Now earlier I said it's probably one of the most useful. If you haven't seen it out and about, this is the reason why. You can use it from level 1. So if you're leveling up alts, there's no more running around until you get to level 20. Obviously originally it was level 40 and in vanilla it's going to be level 40. From level 1 you can just get transported around on this bike. You have full control of it, it just looks like you got a chauffeur. For example, here's a level 15. So you can get nice and fat instead of doing some exercise. It does get you from A to B quicker though. Now on to number 3. Number 3 is of course the Bronze Drake. It's a very easy mount to get, it's a guaranteed drop from the boss. Even back in its day, Wrath of the Lich King, it was still pretty easy to get. What you need to do, go to the new Dalaran, not the Wrath of the Lich King one. From there you can get a teleport to the Caverns of Time. Follow that round until you get to the Cullen of Strathholm. It must be on heroic mode. Any of you keen eyes will have noticed that on that clip it wasn't, and I had to refilm it all after wasting my time. Be smart, don't do a me. Speak to Chromie. Chromie will give you a little device. So you gotta go up the steps and find these play crates. They're literally as you go down the road, you have to find all 5 before you can move on. Then at the end of the road, you can speak to Chromie again. She'll be there this time. And then you gotta wait for Arthur to do this big long speech and then you can start. Once you're inside, the timer starts. You have to look for the little flags on the map and go kill those squads. After killing so many squads, you spawn the first boss. Kill the first boss, do it again, kill the second boss. Then you gotta run around for ages and then you kill the third boss. And then after killing a load of trash, you'll then get a pause where you go kill this hidden boss. Obviously if the timer runs out, the boss will disappear and you won't get your guaranteed Drake. Very easy to do it back in the day, so you should easily achieve this. Number 2, this mount's another guaranteed drop with a timer. I bet you can probably guess what it is. It's the Omani Battlebat. It's a really nice looking mount to be fair, and a lot of people use it. So how do you get it, you wonder? Well, first off, you can't fly there, you gotta go to the Eastern Playlands, look for the little portal. I marked the location on the map, and if you go through this little portal here, it will take you to Ghostlands. Once you're in the Ghostlands, you gotta head to Zelfarak. Again, I'm gonna mark it on the map for you. Just head over there. You can't fly in the Ghostlands, so you gotta run all the way over there. The things I do for you guys, eh? Oh, and make sure it's on heroic mode, of course. Don't forget that. You gotta speak to this dude who's riding on a raptor to start the dungeon. Once you've spoken to him, you'll then have to ring the dong by smashing it a few times. Fight the first couple of guys as soon as the gate opens, then your timer starts. You have to kill 4 bosses before you can finally get the mount. So obviously you gotta do it in the time limit, just like the previous one. I'm now going to show you what I believe to be the quickest and simplest route to killing all the bosses. So you got up the top 1, then come down for 2, then along for 3, and up again for the last boss. The reason he's marked as the last one is because that's the room the mount's in. So when you're going up to the first boss, make sure you kill everything on the way up, otherwise you can't fight the boss. I think the main thing you got to kill is the spotter. So again, for the second boss, do the same thing, make sure you kill everything on the way up, otherwise you won't be able to fight the boss. It can be a bit long, but just go on a bit of a killing spree. I mean, at level 120 you kill them in one hit anyway, so what does it matter? Then you got to run around to the third boss. It's not too tricky. Speak to the guy in the cage and then you'll be able to fight this boss. There's technically 3 more bosses, but we only care about the next one. The last 2 doesn't matter. They're unimportant and we can spare their lives on this occasion. So once you kill this guy, you get the achievement and you got to find this lady troll in this cage. She goes a little bit mental and goes around smashing vases, but she's trying to find your loot. There's 4 for her to smash, and you guessed it, it's on the 4th one that you'll find the bag. And once you open up the bag, well, there's your mount. The Omani Battlebat. I would recommend going and get this mount as soon as possible. The reason for that is, when new patch comes and Zandalari trolls are in the game, they could potentially remove this because it won't match up with the storyline, being able to kill them. They changed dungeons and raids around quite a lot. Zol Grub used to be a level 60 raid, so it's a pretty good example that you might want to go get this quick. We're now on to number 1, and number 1's actually a bit of a cheat, because it's actually 2 mounts. And the reason it has to be number 1, even though it's 2 mounts, is because they're so easy to get. So it's the Black Drake and the Twilight Drake. You should have these mounts, but if you don't, this is how you get them. You go to what I believe is pronounced Wymus Temple, or Wimus Temple. Whatever it is, I've got it wrong. Then go into the raid, which is called Obsidian Sanctum. So don't kill anything in there, just run straight into the middle and kill Safarian. He's the main boss in the raid. Everything's going to run at you to kill you, but I'm sure you'll smite it down with ease. If you're a little bit crazy and still wondering why this is number 1, it's because they drop 100% of the time. Twilight Drake's on 25 man and Black Drake's on 10 man. Guaranteed drops. This is 2 easy mounts to add to your collection if you haven't got them already. You don't have to spend any gold, you don't have to run around for ages, you don't have to beat any timer. All you have to do is walk in, kill the main boss who's in the center. It takes less than 1 minute to do, and then you'll get your beautiful Twilight Drake. And Black Drake if you do it on 10 man, of course. And there you go. There's your top 5 easiest mounts to get on WoW. Technically it's top 6, I actually threw you in one for free. If you've enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe. If you dislike the video, then leave a hateful comment, because I know you're going to anyway. But yeah, please like and subscribe if you want to see more content. I'm going to give you a quick taster of some of the other videos I do. So stay tuned, and I'll see you all next time. This has been Cavestar. It's going to be my new series where I showcase the brand new mounts that have been added to our Warcraft. So starting off, we've got the Vulpine Familiar. It's kind of like a blue mystic fox. It's got really long ears, it's got
northeast, go northeast. Oh, back. Yeah.